Royal Caribbean just revealed everything we wanted to know about its new private beaches, destinations, and places around the world that are going to fundamentally change how we go on a Royal Caribbean cruise. Hey everyone, my name is Matt. I'm from RoyalCaribbeanBlog.com, and I want to break down all the big news that Royal Caribbean just released. As you all know, Royal Caribbean has a lot of different cruise ships, but it's greatly expanding the places it goes with new private beaches and things that only Royal Caribbean guests can do. This is a major change because it's going to open up so many different ways to expand how we spend our day at the beach around the Caribbean and even around the world. Let's start off with Royal Beach Club at Paradise Island. This will open in December of 2025, and this is a paid all-inclusive experience. And this will be located in Nassau, Bahamas. This is an all-inclusive beach club you'll need to pay to access, but it's only available to Royal Caribbean guests. Think of it like a super shore excursion that offers the very best beach day ever, with a lot of focus on local authenticity and upscale amenities. Royal Caribbean really relied on guest feedback because they wanted this to be an amazing experience. There are going to be 3 zones, each with a different approach to enjoy your time. First up is Chill Beach, and you'll find a pool and a beach here, and it's meant to be the most relaxing area of the club. There's a long pool with a swim-up bar. In fact, every pool here has a swim-up bar within the club and plenty of space to enjoy quiet, ambient Caribbean music. Party Cove is the spot you're going to want to go to if you want more of a pool party vibe. You're going to find the world's largest swim-up bar, known as the Floating Flamingo. It features a dedicated DJ area and VIP party wings. Now, get this. There are 2 stories with a DJ at the center of its top level, and it's going to be integrated compressed air to elevate the party atmosphere. There are party wings that allow you to rent out an entire wing for your group, similar to how you might rent a cabana. And the pool here at Party Cove is broken into 3 areas, with the largest swim bar having over 100 seats. The final zone is Family Beach, and this will cater to guests with kids. Family Beach will have a 0 entry pool, and that is really the whole focus here. It's a long and shallow pool for families to enjoy together, but don't worry, there's a swim-up bar here as well. This is where also you're going to find the debut of the first ever land-based Ultimate Family Cabana, which promises an over-the-top experience. It has equal access to the beach and pool, and the cabana is going to have just about everything you're going to want to have for a splurge day. I mean, you have your own slide, dining area, lounge space. I mean, if you can afford it, man, this thing looks amazing. Next up is Perfect Day Mexico, opening in September of 2027. Now, Perfect Day Mexico is included with your cruise fare, but there are optional upgrades you can pay extra for. Now, this is going to be epic. Royal Caribbean's biggest land project ever is happening over here. They actually bought the entire port of Costa Maya, Mexico, and with that, they're going to completely uplift it and redevelop the entire area. When you walk off your cruise ship in what is now known as Costa Maya, you'll have the choice of either entering Perfect Day Mexico, of course only if you're on a Royal Caribbean cruise ship, or walking to the nearby newly constructed Transportation and Tourist Center to pick up a shore excursion or other form of travel out. So if you'd like to go on your own and do something else, you're totally allowed to do that. Obviously, guest sailing on other lines will simply go straight to the TTC. Let's break this down by zone as what to expect at Perfect Day Mexico, starting with Fiesta Plaza, which is where you'll enter Perfect Day Mexico. It's decked out in bold, colorful Mexican decor and acts like your social hub and introduction to the area. You're going to notice the world's largest sombrero bar is here with vibrant street-style signage. You can walk right into Perfect Day Mexico on foot, or you can take one of the trajineras, which are colorful flat-bottom boats that you'd find in the canals of Mexico City that Royal Caribbean has taken inspiration from. The river that runs through the entrance helps set the scene, and Royal Caribbean thought offering boat rides would be a really fun way to help move people, just offer something a little bit different. Chill Beach is the primary and quite large beach area that spans the shoreline. This is where you're going to go for a beautiful and relaxing beach day, complete with lounge-friendly areas that have palm tree shorelines. Royal Caribbean will also offer cabanas here, including ones that have little plunge pools attached to them, and there'll be land cabanas, water cabanas, and plunge cabanas. Then you're going to have Costa Beach Club, which has an extra cost, similar to, of course, the Coco Beach Club at Perfect Day Coco Key. This is where you're going to find upscale beach club experience with elevated dining, exclusive pools, and luxury cabanas. There will also be an adults-only area at Perfect Day Mexico called El Hideaway. This will have an extra cost as well, and this is where you can go for no kids, 18 plus only, and enjoy massive pool parties, swim bars, and DJ entertainment. Now, you have to understand, the size of El Hideaway is going to be significantly larger. As an example, the Hideaway Beach Pool at Perfect Day Coco Key is 17,000 square feet. At Perfect Day Mexico, it's going to be 50,000 square feet. Either side of that pool are going to have chill zones, while the center will be all about the party atmosphere. And fun fact, El Hideaway will be home to the world's largest bottle of tequila. And there's a party cabana that you can rent that can handle up to 20 people with its own dedicated bathroom, its own bar, and even have your own bartender. Splash Cove is a new concept, and Splash Cove is 30 acres in size. It has a pool that's a little over 3 times bigger than Oasis Lagoon. Splash Cove is included in your cruise fare, and it's going to be home to the world's longest lazy and crazy river. The lazy river will be between 45 and a 60-minute journey, but it has multiple stops along the way where you can tie up your raft at a bar to take a break. There are going to be 3 bars around the lazy river called Tubes of Tequila. And if you like to, you stop at the bar, you clip your tube to the bar, have a drink, hang out there, then unclip and move on down to the next bar or wherever you want to go. There will also be the largest splashaway bay for kids, along with more seating around Splashaway Bay than you'll find at Coco Key. Speaking of young kids, there will be a bubble lap activity, which is being described as an experience that inflates with water jets coming off of it, and then deflates. Your kids climb up and down. It sounds like a super fun thing if you're a young kid, I suppose. There's going to be local water park, which will have an extra cost, and it's going to be 3 times the size of Thrill Water Park with 31 slides across 5 towers. One big theme here is there'll be a lot of raft slides. Royal Caribbean figured with Perfect Day Coco Key that raft slides are way more popular than body slides, so they're doubling, tripling down on the raft slides. You're going to find the tallest water park in the Americas, eclipsing the one that's in Brazil. There's a Jaguar Head Tower that's 170 feet tall, along with Sombrero Tower, which is 100 feet tall, and the Launch Tower. Now, the Launch Tower, I'm a little scared to go on. The Launch Tower has hydro slides and drop slides. And these are the ones that, when basically at the end of the slide, you fly through the air and then drop down into the pool below you. Royal Caribbean actually has an idea to put a bar near the Launch Tower so guests can have a drink and watch people come flying through the air and into the pool and actually give them ratings like an Olympic competition. And if that's not enough, there'll be a wave pool here about twice the size of the one at Coco Key. The third thing Royal Caribbean announced was the Royal Beach Club Cozumel opening in December 2026. This will be the second beach club, and it'll be located in the island of Cozumel in Mexico. This is actually going to be located where Playa Mia Beach is currently located. Royal Caribbean is purchasing it and taking it over, and they've also acquired the properties on both sides of Playa Mia. The last day of Playa Mia's operations is May 20th. Yeah, this week. And then construction will begin. Just like Costa Maya, Royal Caribbean will demolish everything that existed there before they introduce their own vision. Playa Mia is about a 10-minute drive south of where Royal Caribbean docks its ships. And there'll be 5 main areas: the main pool, North Beach, the Mercado, South Village, and South Beach. Royal Caribbean wants it to offer 3 vibes: chill, family, and party. And this is a work in progress as to exactly how they're going to achieve it here, but Royal Caribbean gave us a few ideas of what to expect. As you arrive, you'll be surrounded by lush landscaping. When you walk in, you'll start to see the vibrancy of Mexico with art and amazing views ahead of you. There'll be a pool with a bar, along with a side that's toes in the sand and stretches over to the beach. There'll be in-water music experience, but it remains to be seen if it'll be a DJ or not. If you can't tell already, Royal Caribbean is still finessing its vision, and I think, just my own personal opinion here, Royal wants to see how the beach club in Nassau plays out in the beginning, and then maybe make some tweaks and changes to Cozumel. At the Mercado, you'll find the central food experience. Royal Caribbean wants to offer like a 50-50 blend of local-inspired classics as well as American foods. You'll find tacos, fresh guacamole, fresh salsa, fresh tortillas, margaritas, quesadillas, tortas, and churros, but you'll also have chicken sandwiches, burgers, fries, etc. Really, with both the Royal Beach Club Cozumel and the one over in the Bahamas, this is about offering a paid option for the ultimate beach day. Royal Caribbean takes care of everything. It's run by them, managed by them, and it holds up to a very high standard, and it delivers on all of that. Finally, we have Lelepa. And Lelepa is going to open in December of 2026. At one point, this was Perfect Day at Lelepa, then it became a beach club, but now it's simply Lelepa. In the same way that Labadee is Labadee. It's not Perfect Day, it's not a beach club. It is a island operation here. Now, Lelepa is located in Vanuatu, which is over in the South Pacific. And this will be Royal Caribbean's first private destination outside of North America. This isn't a beach club. It's not Perfect Day, as I mentioned. It's a different kind of product. It doesn't fit into the other destination molds. It's not very far from Port Vila, and Royal Caribbean is essentially leased the entire northern part of the island. Ships will still tender here, so there'll be no pier, another reason why they're also not calling it Perfect Day. One key difference is Lepa will have no thrill factor. Instead, they've really doubled down on the chill, which they're being described as gorgeous. The team is taking the essence of the Beach Club product, but making it inclusive with the cruise fares. What that means is the Coco Beach Club product that we know at Perfect Day at Coco Cay, imagine that on a much larger scale, but not charging for it. There will be a number of villages to break up the layout of the Lepa. There'll be a welcome beach and beach villages. And when you arrive, you'll see a local retail village and welcome bar. The private beach flanks both sides of the island with a walkway in between, and each side has beaches, restaurants, sports activities, and playgrounds. They're also working on an adults-only area that doesn't cost extra. It's essentially a quieter, unmanaged area away from everything else just for adults. And something else being added are walking trails throughout the property as part of a curated nature trail. In my opinion, both the Lepa and Royal Beach Club Cozumel are still very much in the we're going to decide a little later on the final vision of this, whereas the Beach Club in the Bahamas and Perfect Day Mexico are very much like, I won't say set in stone, but set in stone. The reason why you should be really excited for all of these projects is, number one, we're finally getting to see the true vision for what Royal Caribbean has. But number two, it's going to offer so many more things to do around the Caribbean and even around the world in the case of Lepa. If you've cruised the Caribbean before, then you know that some of those Caribbean ports can get repetitive. If you're new to cruising, giving these options is certainly a difference maker because no other cruise line out there has anything like this. I mean, other cruise lines have private islands, don't get me wrong, but the private islands lack anything on the scale of what Royal Caribbean is attempting to do here. Heck, even the private islands that exist now, and some of the projects like Celebration Key with Carnival or Lighthouse Point with Disney, still are not on the same level of Perfect Day at Coco Cay, which, by the way, are the projects they copied in the first place. Nonetheless, Royal Caribbean is looking to take this to the next level. They're imagining these private oases that exist around the world for their ships to visit and offer Royal Caribbean guests added value. Perfect Day Mexico, Perfect Day Coco Cay. Imagine an itinerary that includes visits to both of them. Or if you're visiting the Bahamas or you're visiting Cozumel and you have the choice of indulging in one of these days, this is that option for you. Royal Caribbean is all about that modular cruise experience. Whether it's buying a drink package, eating at Chop's Grill, renting a cabana, or in this case, visiting one of these amazing places. It's your choice to indulge in them and go into it, or simply take advantage of what everything has to be here. I got to tell you, I'm excited for each one of these for different reasons. The beach clubs will radically transform what you can do in both places. I mean, Nassau is a huge lift because I don't have to sit here and tell all of you what the issues that Nassau Bahamas have with guest satisfaction. If you've been there and then you know it. You're now going to have a much better situation. And obviously it's going to cost money. And I frankly think it's going to cost a lot of money. Royal Caribbean has not yet revealed the pricing for these things at both Royal Beach Club Paradise Island or Royal Beach Club Cozumel. They'll be coming soon, they're telling us. So stay tuned for that. But nonetheless, I don't think it'll be cheap. But just like the same way I look at Coco Beach Club or renting a cabana, if the price is right, I'll certainly jump on it. Perfect Day Mexico is really the crown jewel here. If we've learned anything from Perfect Day at Coco Cay, it has been an incredible boon for Royal Caribbean. I love going there. I've been there. I tried to count it up one time. It must be like dozens of times I've been there, maybe 50 times now at this point. And I love it. I think Perfect Day Mexico is going to be a transformative success. It's a good blend of things that are included, things that cost extra, and ultimately, it's really going to open up this whole side. In fact, Royal Caribbean, if you look at the bigger picture here, Perfect Day Mexico, the Beach Club in Cozumel, this is about dominating the Western Caribbean. And with more ships and bigger ships sailing from Galveston and more ships and bigger ships sailing from Florida, you're going to need more of these kind of places to draw in these folks. I'm going to go one step further with all this. When you get to like 2027, 2028, something along that, when all these are operational and they're really pumping along, I think people are going to start looking at booking a cruise in the sense that they're going to start looking at where the ship is going first. Like, I'm talking like in Western Caribbean or Europe. I'm talking like, does it visit Perfect Day Mexico? As opposed to, is this on Icon of the Seas or is this on Explorer of the Seas? Like, the places it visits is going to start becoming a major factor. The private destinations it visits. And for a lot of people, when they start looking at other cruise lines, especially new cruisers, and they say, wait a minute, there's a line that goes to places like Perfect Day Mexico with a crazy river and all these amazing features and a giant sombrero, or we're just going to go to like another port that you can go on any ship. It's going to be a difference maker. I really, truly believe that. All right. Now that we've gone through the basics of it, we're going to have more details coming up here in future videos. But now here's the basics. Here's the breaking news. Let me know in the comments below. What do you think of these projects? Give me your breakdown. I want your grade ratings, what you're excited for, what you want to try, and which ones will you hit first. Let me know in the comments below. While you're down below our video, hit the like button, subscribe to our channel, and turn on notifications. That way, YouTube lets you know when we have a brand new video to share. This has been Matt from RoyalCaribbeanBlog.com, and we'll talk again real soon.